Welcome to our community. Susie Thomas. So happy to have Olivia Hirschberger from Simply Give back with us this morning. Good morning.
Hi, Susie. Thanks so much for having me today.
Oh, we're so happy you could be here. Simply Give is kind of a new idea still, and maybe a brand new idea for some people who've not heard of you before. So tell us a little bit about what you're about.
Well, I am married to my high school sweetheart, and I'm raising 4 babies right now. I'm a stay-at-home mom. And so being at home with them, I absolutely enjoy it, but I wanted to do something to reach out to the community. I really feel like my heart is to help people, and there's so many people in need. So while I was home with them, I just started thinking, what is something I can do from home to reach other people? And I actually just started a Facebook page called Simply Give. And trying to come up with that name, I thought I want something simple and about giving, and then it just came to me. Giving is so simple. Just start giving.
So smart of you to just tap into the social media community because people would like your page, and then there would be, ideas on little things that people could do, just almost like those random acts of kindness.
Yes, exactly. It started out, I would just post little random acts of kindness for people to do, just to encourage them to get outside their comfort zone. And then it started turning into hosting events. So the first year that Simply Give was started, we held 6 events to reach out to the community in different ways. These are mostly women's events. And so I would just kind of look at what my friends were going through or women were going through in the community and see what we needed to do to reach them.
You have really fun ideas, and it's almost just like keeping it on top of your mind. It's a mentality and it's a way of life to just try and think, how could I surprise somebody? Like as simply as leaving a quarter in the Aldi's cart.
Yes.
What other kinds of things did you used to do?
We encourage people to buy someone's coffee in line behind them. We do leaving coupons somewhere, like especially moms, if you find a diaper coupon. Just little, if you see an elderly person eating by themselves, maybe picking up their check or inviting them to sit with you, just little things like that.
What kinds of things have you noticed then that it means to these people? I just can't imagine how moved someone might be if they're sitting by themselves and someone, this busy mom with her 4 kids invites me to come join them.
I guess some people, that it's touching them, their hearts for sure. But we kind of try to do a lot of things like anonymously. So you can see kind of people look surprised, like why, like who's paying for my bill and why would they do this? So you can tell that it's so needed because it doesn't happen often to people, So I know it really touches their hearts. And it's just been great for the kids to see my husband and I doing, because we want them to pick up that lifestyle of giving.
Do you see this making an impact with them?
Yes. The kids have been really good about giving back. And like if we walk past a quarter machine at a candy machine at Mark's, they're like, Mom, let's leave a quarter for a kid that walks through. Little things like that. They definitely have their moments. But kids, I guess they just have that selfish nature. So they're still kids. But that's why I feel like we need to be very intentional about teaching them about giving, because it's so hard, especially even as adults, to get in that selfish mode.
And also to remember to say thank you to the people who serve us regularly. I'm thinking of the Starr County Sanitation people, the mailmen. You do some special things there, right?
Yes, we do.
What have you done?
We have left treats for our mailman in the mailbox. We put a big thank you poster board, neon green, on our trash can that said thank you. And we left like $5 for them to have lunch. We have taken flowers to an elderly neighbor, delivered cupcakes, just a bunch of things like that.
Do you sit around and think up these? Do you brainstorm as a family of what should we do next?
Honestly, we really don't. I guess I just see needs out there, or see like maybe a lonely person. I'm like, we need to do something to make their day. Actually, the other day we were at Chick-fil-A eating, and I saw 4 Marines walk in. And I feel like a service member should never have to pay for their own meal, ever. And so I guess this isn't a random, or I guess this isn't anonymous anymore. Maybe they're listening. But I just gave one of the associates there, I said, here's some money. Can you just pay for all of their meals? Don't let them know it was ours. So that was kind of a good lesson for the kids to see, like, why would you pay for their meal and not tell them, or Mommy, should we go up to them? And I'm like, no, let's just let them be blessed,
Oh, yeah. It's good to let everyone in the family know that, though, because my husband was doing that one time for someone, and I grabbed a handful of French fries, and he was like, don't, those aren't ours. I'm like, what do you mean they aren't ours?
That's funny.
No.
They're yours now.
It is good to let everyone in on it that's in on it.
Yeah.
So but not to the recipient. How nice to have that surprise. So your Facebook page, how long ago was this, Olivia?
You know what? I think we're going on almost 4 years.
Wow.
I think maybe it's been 3 years for events and 4 years for posting. For the first year, I just kind of posted, like you said, like inspirational quotes or little random acts of kindness. And then when it started turning into events, we started posting a little bit more and got a little bit more activity and people involved in what we're doing.
And what kind of a response did you see, particularly with events?
The very first event, I think we do all of our marketing through social media because it's so easy being a busy mom just to do that. So I think our very first event, we had 45 women, which I think is great for a first one. And that was our Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We host a Mardi Gras on Mardi Gras every year and collect new bras and new underwear and feminine products for the YWCA and Domestic Violence Project. So I just feel like if we make it fun, people are going to want to come. You know, it's just kind of like a fun girls' night with a great cause.
And you would have had no idea how many to expect other than you're just putting it as an event. I know a lot of people say maybe, and then you see if they're there or not.
Yeah.
It's the easy answer when you get invited to a million things. But it is a great way to get the word out.
It is.
And were you surprised? Did you see neat ideas being posted on the Facebook page?
On our Facebook page?
Was it one-sided or did it become two-sided or multi-sided?
Occasionally people will message me and say, hey, I just received this random act of kindness, or I just did this random act of kindness, and I think other people would want to do it too if they knew about it. So I'll post what other people do, and I love, just advertising what other organizations are doing in our community because there's so many people doing awesome things.
It had to have some funding. And you were doing this personally yourselves?
We were for the first year and a half. And then in January of 2016, we became an official nonprofit. We obtained our 501c3 status. So since then, we actually have business sponsors, which has been so helpful and so amazing to help put on these events.
Well, and also you can get on United Way's radar and different things like that.
Yes.
You're actually a 501c3.
Yes.
All right, back up the truck. You are a mom. Your kids are what ages?
3, 4, 7, and 9.
That means at one time you had 4 children and the oldest was 6.
Yes.
Okay.
It was crazy. It still is.
And you were doing this.
Yes.
And so how does a mom who's got all the dishes and diapers and everything that you've got going when you're a young, busy mom, also say, and I'm going to start a 501c3 and jump through those hoops?
Honestly, I had the support of my husband, which has been huge because he keeps them, like we just say when I have an event, it's event week. It's crazy. We eat fast food. We maybe skip baths here or there. It's pretty crazy. So I have his support, and I have so many friends and my mom and so many people that have helped me actually put on the events. So just having the support of so many, and I couldn't do this organization without people donating, even if it's items or their time or setting up or just whatever it is. I've been so blessed with help.
You had some time then where you thought, all right, I need to step back a little bit.
Right.
What led to that?
I guess it just simply grew, and we were hosting the first, I think actually 2 years, 6 events per year. And so that was 12 events that was just kind of rolled into one another. And I'm like, I don't really want to take time away from my family or be stressing about tablecloths and food when I want to just be soaking up this time with my kids. And so there's one quote that I love, and it's, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. And I thought I could be helping so many other people, but when you can love your family well, I don't think there's anything more beautiful than that. And I think God loves that we can love our family well, Him first, our family, and then everything else. So I never wanted Simply Give to kind of interfere with that family time. Obviously, it's going to take away a little bit of family time, but I just really felt like I should just step away. I just took 6 weeks off of all social media, my personal page, everything, and just focus on loving them. And that's why actually next year we're only going to host 2 events, and I want to be posting more on our page about go on a date with your spouse, do something sweet for your husband, do something sweet for your wife, take your kids on one-on-one dates, and just really, really focus on loving our families well.
If you think about it, think of all the nonprofit organizations and agencies we would not need.
Exactly.
If people got that were fed that kind of love in their
Exactly.
families from childhood on.
You wouldn't need food pantries. You wouldn't need foster care, which, I mean, all that stuff is amazing. I'm so glad that so many people are willing to take that on.
But it's filling a gap.
Exactly.
And if there were no gap there in the first place, that would be even better.
It would.
So what kinds of things did you do with your family in those 6 weeks?
Well, we have 2 kids that play baseball. So we were living at the baseball field pretty much every night, every single night.
So fun.
My husband and I actually took a little 3-day getaway to Florida. So that was relaxing, just to refresh. And I read this quote somewhere, or actually I was in a MOPS group, and they had talked about not wanting to escape life, but or getting replenished and resting. And so I'm like, I don't want to escape all these things. I just truly want to, have God speak things into my life or truly rest. And that's exactly what I did.
What do you hear from fellow moms your age, what people deal with? Because you guys have the addition of social media into your lives. It was pretty easy a generation ago. Well, we didn't think it was easy because we still had all the mom things to do. But you were trying to get everywhere and do everything. But now your generation seems to be also online and reporting back everything and photographing everything.
I'm one of those people.
How do you do it? How do you work that in? And how do you keep that at a sensible level, at a balanced level?
Honestly, I feel like a lot of moms that I know, or even moms that reach out to me through social media that I don't know personally, they all deal with anxiety. They stress, feeling like they're not good enough. And I feel like a lot of it is because of social media. And so during that time that I took 6 weeks off, I just felt so content with life, and like a healthy, good content. And I feel that all people should take a break, even if it's a month, even if it's a week, or I even encourage people to take one day off a week from your phone. Like on a Sunday when we're all together, I will try not to be on my phone or social media, and just taking a break from the other world that's out there. That's not always truth. And I feel like a lot of moms too deal with anxiety and fear because of all of the articles that are posted. And so I quit scrolling through. Like, I post for Simply Give because, this is great that I can do that at my fingertips. And I try not to scroll through because I don't want that negativity in my life.
I mean, good night. I know people who were posting while they were in labor. I'm thinking, really?
Yeah.
I think
I might have done that.
Did you really? I would have been a little distracted, at the time. What I think I'm hearing you're saying, though, is that social media is a wonderful way in our world where people have been, they're so transient. You don't live in the same town sometimes as your parents. You don't have the multi-generations as far as help. And Mom, am I doing this right? And how do I do this right? Social media is a great way to connect with other people in the same boat.
Yeah.
But when it gets to be comparing, then it becomes dangerous.
And I think, too, that whenever I'm on there, I try to post with transparency. Like, this is our life. It is not perfect. It is crazy. My kids ate French fries off the floor last night. That was like, I don't try to portray like this perfect life. I feel like I have a great life. God has blessed us and healthy kids and a great husband. But I try to put out there like marriage is work. I feel like I have a great marriage because we go on dates, we communicate, we try to do getaways, But like, our kids are not perfect. I might post some crazy things my kids say. Like, I feel like if you're transparent, it's great. But not too many people are transparent on social media. And that's when the comparison comes in.
Right. We're speaking with Olivia Hirschberger. She's the founder of Simply Give. Real quick, what's the website to find you? Or is it just the Facebook page?
Right now, we just have Facebook and Instagram. If they just look up Simply Give OH on Facebook, or Simply Give on on Instagram.
Okay, so Simply Give on Instagram, Simply Give OH, just in case there's another Facebook page out there of Simply Give. Yours is Ohio.
Yes.
And check that out. We're going to be back after these words. You're listening to Our Community.